Get media. Mad
With
Pod.
singer-songwriter and founding member of the adult alternative pop rock duo Savage Garden, the legendary Darren Hayes joins us. Darren, the smash, which we just mentioned, Truly, Madly, Deeply, came next, reaching number one for 11 straight weeks on the adult contemporary chart, number one for 2 weeks pop, beginning December 6, 1997, with, get this, a record-breaking 52-week run on Billboard and at FM Airplay. How did you meet colleague Daniel Jones?
Oh, it was really a storybook meeting as well. He had placed an advertisement in a musician's magazine that just said, band needs lead singer. And I auditioned, and I was one of about 20 people that went to this audition, and I had no experience other than my voice. I was someone that could sing, and the band was called Red Edge. He hired me on the spot. The band broke up, but he and I became friends, and that's really how we met. That's how we connected, and we spent a couple of years, I guess, writing songs together and sending demo tapes out, but really from our first meeting, we were connected.
Now, Affirmation yielded the FM radio single The Animal Song, used in the movie The Other Sister, starring Juliette Lewis, peaking at number 19 pop beginning March 13th, 1999 on Hollywood Records here in the States. How did you wind up having your material featured in that big late winter theatrical release, Darren?
Well, we'd always wanted to put songs in films, and this is how you can tell I've not got a very good head for business, because I was offered 2 films. One was The Other Sister, a Gary Marshall film with Juliette Lewis, and I just adored the film. And the other one was a Gary Marshall film with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. It was called The Runaway Bride, and I watched that, and I didn't like it. So I decided to put my song in the film that didn't do so well, but meant so much to me. And we wrote a song really about the lead character's innocence for life. It was a woman with learning difficulties and who had just such an independent spirit, and she had a love of animals, and that's what that song was written for.
Don't get mad. Get media. Mad
Live
Pod.
coast to coast from the UK, with singer-songwriter and founding member of the adult alternative pop rock duo Savage Garden, the legendary Darren Hayes joins us. Darren, the second single from Affirmation was I Knew I Loved You, issued October 23rd, 1999, with, get this, 17 weeks at number one adult contemporary and an additional 4 weeks in the top spot pop. Now, here's a landmark statistic. Truly, Madly, Deeply and I Knew I Loved You together charted for a record-breaking total of 247 straight weeks on the AC charts. That's absolutely incredible.
You know what? I just wrote that figure down when you said that, because even I didn't realize the extent to just how long those songs stuck around. It's extraordinary, and it's the reason we're speaking today. Those songs changed my life.
The final hit from Affirmation was the album cut Crash and Burn, released April 8th, 2000, peaking at number 24 in the Billboard Top 40. Darren, when you initially went solo, was it tough the first couple of months until the rest of the world found out?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's always been slightly, a rougher road. It would have been so much easier, I think, to just keep the band name and continue on. But I felt very lucky. I felt that Savage Garden had achieved so much in so little time, and that we should be grateful. You know, I didn't want to milk that success. I didn't want to ride off the back of that, and I really wanted to explore different sounds and grow up. And I think you have to understand at that stage, you know, I'm 5-6 years older, and in the entertainment industry, that's a lifetime of being around. And so yeah, it was tough in the beginning. I never liked the sound of my name on its own. And it takes a while to kind of get over that stigma of cutting the cords and the ties that you had with where you began.
It does indeed. Darren, Insatiable, taken from your solo LP Spin, reached number 77 pop on the Billboard Hot 100 March 2nd, 2002. Now, you ended your marriage and decided to settle in the United States, while Daniel Jones stayed in Australia before releasing the last album, Affirmation. Was this the best career plan at the time?
Well, none of it was a career plan, and actually, my marriage really ended well before that. I was really only married for about a year, and it was an impulsive and quick decision that was not thought out, and obviously it was painful at the time. But to me, living in another country was really just about escaping that, and being in America was good for me because I wasn't a celebrity. I've always been quite afraid of that, and in my home country, I think it could have been quite suffocating. And so I lived in San Francisco. I had, in total, I had about 7 years in the U.S. where I led a very normal life, and the launch of my solo career was tough, and it was nice, I guess, to not feel that I had the world media watching me during that period.
Your quite unbelievable discography continues when Truly, Madly, Deeply again re-entered the top 40, March 23rd, 2002, now taken from Columbia's Platinum Hit series, peaking at number 29. You know, a couple of tracks on the Spin album, Darren, were originally Prince titles, Insatiable and Strange Relationship. Any connection?
Totally. In fact, I just saw Prince live in London this week, and he really is the reason why my new album is a double album. It was because of Prince's record Sign of the Times, and on that record there was a song called Strange Relationship, and on the I think it was on the Batman soundtrack, he had a song called Insatiable. I've always been inspired by Prince. He and Michael Jackson really taught me how to sing, and they taught me the beauty of simple pop music. Songs like The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. I can honestly tell you that song for me was the template for Truly, Madly, Deeply. This was a love song that had a very simple melody that didn't change, and I learned so much from Prince. And I still, I consider his career to be the kind of career I want to be inspired by. He is somebody that has always marched to the beat of his own drum, and these days he's not really a radio force, but he's an entertainer that carries with him an incredible live following and an incredible amount of success.